Welcome to the Other Side of 45 podcast bonus episode. So I decided to do a bonus episode because there was a bit of a hiatus between my last episode and the current episode. And the last episode was Death Plan. That episode took me to a dark place emotionally. So much so that it was hard for me to get back from that. I took a break from social media. I was still on it a little bit, but I really haven't been doing much posting on my Instagram. I needed a break. I should have said that, but I'm saying it now. I just needed a break. In the episode, I said about the ride home, and I said it was a rough ride. That's all I said. The girls were in the car. When I don't give a whole lot of details about the story, it's not because I'm lying. I've said before, I still have relatives that are in the cult. A lot of my relatives know about some of the things that have happened. They don't always have details. And I stay true to the story, but I might leave out a few details that don't take away from the story. But there may be, that's one of the things. And there may be some details that everyone does not know about, but if they did, that it will disrupt the peace in the family. Well, what little peace we have. Most importantly, the relationship that my children have with these relatives. That is my number one concern, is making sure that those relationships stay intact. And some of the things that have been said and done may make my children look at these relatives differently. I can handle what they've done. I can handle what they've said. I don't know that they can. So I don't always share exactly what was said. If you hear me go kind of vague, then you can automatically assume they probably said something worse. She doesn't need that share. I don't know when the girls will ever listen to it. They are not regular listeners to my podcast, but I don't know that it will always stay that way. Speaking of listening to the podcast, I found out very recently, that's from someone family adjacent, that at least one of my cult relatives knows about the podcast. I don't know if they listen. I didn't ask. I just know that they know. So I'm okay with that. I am not trying to hide this. It is out there. I don't freaking care. Nothing I've said has been a lie. They do not like having business shared, which is why I try to protect the members by not saying what relative they are. I may just say a cult relative or a relative, but I also ain't gonna lie. Period. My story, my rules. But anywho, it was funny to me that I found out, and I was like, oh, really? They know? Okay, cool. Anywho, so I've been working on a website. I'm going to be working on a blog. I got a Facebook page. My daughter really encouraged me, literally from the beginning. Mommy, get a Facebook. Mommy, get a Facebook. And I kept saying, no, that's too much. That's too much. So I'm talking to her, right? And I'm like, hey, I got the website. I'm working on it. She looked at it. I said, look, it's still a work in progress, but I at least got this much done, right? Mommy, you need to do Facebook. I said, fine. She said, I'll do it for you. Just send me the login information. Did she do it? No. But I did send it to her. I'm not upset. I think it's kind of funny. I knew she wasn't going to be able to get to it because she's in college. I'm okay with it. I will work on the Facebook page. So I do ask, go on the Facebook page, follow it. I'll get some content very soon. I also have a TikTok. I don't talk about my TikTok yet because there are only 2 videos out there, because I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do with TikTok. I feel like TikTok is more for the younger generation. I don't know. We'll see. The Instagram is always out there. And I'm trying with Twitter. Twitter is just too much for me right now. But I am going to try to do more on Twitter and LinkedIn. So what I have found is that when I do post on LinkedIn, I get more views. I just don't know that some of those episodes are LinkedIn friendly, if you will. Enough about that. The other thing I've been working on are my greeting cards. So the graphic designer who designed my logo, I asked her to use that logo for my greeting cards. To make images for my greeting cards. And she did that. So my fall greeting cards have already gone out. They went out late. They were supposed to go out in September. Life happened. She didn't get it done on time, but that's okay. We move forward. We go forward. The Halloween ones will be coming out this week, unfortunately. So that's back to back. That's not how I want it, but that's how it's going to be. Now, if you are on my greeting card list and you do not receive a Halloween Halloween greeting card, that is simply because I don't think you celebrate Halloween. I could be wrong, but there are things about you that make me believe that you don't celebrate Halloween, and that is why you don't get a Halloween greeting card. If I am wrong, you could always email me at host@theothersideof45.com and say, hey, I do celebrate Halloween, or I don't have any problems with Halloween. Keep me on the list. Fine. If you want to be added to the list, host@theothersideof45.com. Send me your mailing address and your birthday if you want a birthday card. That is something I actually enjoy doing. So if you want to be added, that's how you get added. So that is what's been going on. There's only one other thing that I want to catch you up on is my children's middle school principal will be on an episode. I reached out to her to interview her. She's on board. The problem is she works. She's a mother. She's a wife. She's a principal, and it's hard to get on her schedule. I work 2 jobs. So between the two, it is really hard for us to get together. But we are going to make this happen. Email me if you have anything in particular that you will always want to ask a high school principal, or a subject or topic you want her to discuss. Host@theothersideof45.com. Put principal in the subject line, and I'll add that into the conversation. Alrighty, you got everything. You're updated. We're good to go. Get ready for the next episode.